Now, this scenario is titled Network Performance Issues at a Global Retail Chain. A global retail chain operates an IT network that connects hundreds of store locations to its central data center. Recently, store managers have reported slow transaction processing at checkout terminals, causing delays and frustration among customers. The IT team investigates and finds that network congestion is the root cause. The company's bandwidth capacity is no longer sufficient to handle the increased volume of transactions and inventory updates. To resolve the issue, the IT team upgrades network infrastructure and introduces performance monitoring tools to proactively detect and address future bottlenecks. So based on that scenario, we're going to have 3 questions. And then after those 3 questions, we'll look at the answers and the explanations. Question 1. Which ITIL practice is responsible for ensuring that IT infrastructure has sufficient capacity to support business needs and prevent performance issues? Is it availability management, capacity and performance management, service request management, or change enablement? Question 2. The IT team introduces network performance monitoring tools to identify and address bottlenecks before they impact store operations. This action aligns with which 4 dimensions of service management? Is it information and technology, partners and suppliers, value streams and processes, or organizations and people? And finally, the 3rd question. Which of the following statements about ITIL service management is correct? Is it that the deliver and support activity in the service value chain ensures that IT services meet stakeholder expectations and function as required? Is it that incident management is responsible for analyzing recurring system failures and identifying their root causes? Is it that a change schedule is a record of past incidents and how they were resolved? Or is it that continual improvement only applies to IT services that are experiencing major failures? If you need more time to review these questions or think of your answers, pause the video here because we're going to be looking at the answers now. Let's refresh our memory what question 1 was. This was about which ITIL practice is responsible for ensuring IT infrastructure has sufficient capacity, and that's based on the name alone. You could probably guess that answer. It is, of course, capacity and performance management. Capacity and performance management ensures that IT infrastructure and services have sufficient resources to meet current and future business demands. Since the network congestion was caused by inadequate bandwidth capacity, this practice is responsible for preventing and addressing performance issues. The incorrect answers there were availability management, as availability management focuses on ensuring services remain available, does not specifically manage capacity-related performance bottlenecks. It is also service request management. As service request management handles routine user requests such as software installations or access requests, which are unrelated to proactively managing network performance. Now finally, it is change enablement. Change enablement ensures that planned IT changes are assessed and approved. It does not manage ongoing system performance or resource capacity. Now let's refresh our memory on what question 2 was. Is the IT team introducing network performance tools and which 4 dimensions of service management does this align to? And the answer is information and technology. The information and technology dimension of ITIL covers IT systems, tools, infrastructure, and data management. Since the IT team implemented performance monitoring tools to detect and resolve network issues, this aligns with this dimension. The incorrect answers here were partners and suppliers. Partners and suppliers would be relevant if the company outsourced its network management, but this is not the case. The issue is being managed internally. Then you had value streams and processes. This focuses on workflow optimization, but the problem here is technical, relating to network performance, not process inefficiencies. And finally, you had organizations and people. Organizations and people would be relevant if the issue involves staff training or resource management, but in this scenario, it's about technical monitoring solutions. And question 3 was the one where you had to pick the correct statement. The correct statement was the deliver and support activity in the service value chain ensures that IT services function correctly and meet stakeholder expectations. Since the IT team is focused on maintaining smooth network operations for store locations, this aligns with deliver and support. The incorrect answers were about the one about incident management, as that is responsible for restoring service after failures. The change schedule is a record of planned and scheduled IT changes, not a record of past incidents. And the one about continual improvements, as that applies to all IT services, not just those experiencing failures.